something to the sound, but also be a part of what everybody else was doing. And after a while, it was like we would sing it, and in the control room before we went out to sing in the vocal booth, we would listen to each other, and we would hear who had a real natural feel for that song, and we would all move our intonation and everything towards that person.
Right.
And that's how we were able to get it done so quickly. Mind you, we never heard any of this stuff in advance.
Right. So basically, you come in, and Nile and Bernard would say, okay, then you're singing this.
Right. And sometimes they would be, okay, let me just finish up these lyrics here. Here, take this. As a matter of fact, I have a legal yellow pad with some scratches that Bernard had done for one song. And that's what happened. Okay, here, let's go. Let's do this. And they would teach it to us, and we would work it out, and we would go and sing it. That was a little daunting.
But at the same time, that spontaneity must have been refreshing.
It was fun. It was refreshing. It kept everything fresh. It kept us on our toes, because you can't do that, if you don't have a cohesive group. And then later on, when I went to work with Luther, we would be backstage, and he would literally backstage, about to go on, 5 minutes from going on, and he said, "Hey, everybody, come here. Now, in this verse, in this chorus, I want to change this. I want to invert up here, and I want to invert back down here." And we said, "Okay, got it." And we would go out and perform it. That's because we'd had those years before of doing that.
Okay, cool. What made you feel that this was the right time to record again?
I finally decided to follow my heart. And that's the thing that made me want to do it. My sons and my husband also encouraged me. My son would notice on his workplace that whenever chic music came on the radio, that people would literally start dancing in the aisles. And he would go up to them and he would say, "Do you know that music?" And they would say, "Yeah, my mom knew that music, or my mother played that music." Or they would say, like, "I remember that music. I remember those times." And he would say, "Well, that's my stepmom." And they would say, "Really?" And so because he got such great response, he says, "You know what? You are loved by people, and you don't do anything about it. You're just home. You're a principal. You've done the school thing, you know. But people really love the music, and they really love you." And I, for a long time, had sort of shied away because I had gone into education because that's my second love. And it's interesting because towards the end of my career, I worked for the Department of Arts and Special Projects, and what I did was help find vendors to go into New York City schools to help principals fund arts programming. So I was finally able to merge my passions, arts and education. And when I merged my passions, I realized that I really did love music, and that there was value in music, and that there really was a place for me, and that I had a place in music history. And I'm happy doing that. You know, and when it's all said and done, I'm very happy doing that.
And you do look extremely happy. I've seen the run-up to the actual creation of the single, the talk that has gone on in the industry about you coming back, the potential of you coming back. What was it going to sound like? Who are you going to work with? And people would just go, "Oh, we can't wait, we can't wait." And I just kind of thought, because it was only recently that I actually sat down and I thought, hey, wouldn't it be just great to get an interview with Alfa? And this is just timing nicely. And I just thought I would take the opportunity and take the chance. And here we are. So
you did. I'm so glad you did, because sometimes I'm a little shy, and but I am approachable.
And that's great. I mean, I like the bit that you shared when you talked about education. And for me, that's my second love also, because I come from an education background. My thing was math.
Okay.
And then the music came in. The music's always been there. My first record was the second album of Chic, and then that was it. That was it. I remember the day that I first heard Chic, and it was actually Savoir Faire.
Yes, isn't it beautiful?
And it was, and I heard that. I can remember I was in a history class. I can remember it to this day. And I was in a history class, and a friend of mine, I think it was recess, and someone had it playing in the background. I thought, oh my gosh, what an awesome! And then the rest of the album played, and I thought, who is that group? And they said, "Hey man, it's Chic. You don't know it?" Oh, that's it. And then I went back and got the first album, and that was it. That was it. I was hooked. But Facebook and everything else and social media gives you an opportunity to connect with the people that you've followed and loved for all these years. And I think it's a great opportunity that people will listen to this and say, wow, there's a lifelong fan actually interviewing one of his idols. So that is great. Absolutely great. Getting on to the single, Alfa, First Lady of Chic seems to attempt to redress the balance between Nile and Nad's music and yours and Lucy Martin's vocal, including all the other vocalists that you've worked with. Do you feel that people have forgotten your contribution to those amazing records?
You know what? I had forgotten my contribution. I got so caught up in education. And I got so caught up in what that whole thing was about, and caring for children and teaching them and nurturing them. Actually, we never called ourselves teachers. We called ourselves facilitators. We wanted to facilitate knowledge, because it's not my job to teach you what to think, but it's to show you how to think. and to open you up. So I had gotten so involved in that I really didn't remember myself who the impact and importance of the work that I had done. And it's when I began to realize it myself. So it's a reminder for me, and it also serves as a calling card. You know, it was meant to be just a snippet to just see if there was any interest so I could go forward and do some other things, you know. But it's a calling card, a reminder for me and for my fans and for others that, yeah, I did that and I should own that. One of the things I've learned as I've gotten older is that I should not, no one actually, but you have to come to this realization yourself. How dare I deny one existence, one moment rather, of my existence on this planet?
Absolutely.
Because it makes me who I am, and I love music, and that was a wonderful time in my life, you know, fraught with difficulties as every age in your life, in the ages of man, if we put it that way. But I decided that I wanted to own that, so it was more for me, and I healed. When I went back into education, I healed. It was a healing time for me, and music healed me. And then I remembered the music that I had made, and I began to reach out and to get in touch with people who taught me how much that music actually healed them and how much it went to them. So I went back into education thinking that I'm here to help all the children. I was myself. And isn't it how it works oftentimes?
It is.
You're trying to help other people. Your intentions may be something, but you're placed in situations, you know, at the right time and the right place, I guess, so that something happens for you too. So it was cathartic for me. And here I am finally admitting that I love what I do, and I'm so looking forward to doing more.
Excellent, excellent. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
Like you ever want to try my love and see how well it fits.